we learnt about Euclid's division lemma, and from there form of numbers. In this class we are going to discuss different problems related to the Euclid's division lemma, and specifically they are based on form of numbers. Okay, and you just see they are actually based on form of numbers, but the question itself is mentioning that use Euclid's division lemma to solve these problems. The last class we completed 4 points, and now this is 5th point, whereas this is 6th one, this is 7, and this is 8. Okay, different problems which we can solve using Euclid's division lemma. And as a part of recalling, I mentioned here the statement of Euclid's division lemma. Once again, everybody just have a look at this. For given positive integers a comma b, if you have any two positive integers a comma b with you, for sure there exists unique pair of integers q and r such that a is equals to bq plus r, where r value is in between 0 and b. This b is what? The divisor actually. So this is the statement of Euclid's division lemma. For any given positive integers a b, there exists q and r satisfying this particular condition. As we mentioned in the previous class, this Euclid's division lemma is just a restatement of our long division process. So as a comparison between long division process with this Euclid's division lemma, we learned that this a is equals to bq plus r for 0 less than or equals to r less than b is simply nothing but our usual division. If you divide a with b, you will get q as quotient and r as remainder. Dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder, and this remainder value must be less than divisor. Already we know the comparison between Euclid's division lemma along with the divisor process. And we learnt in previous class, if you take any two numbers as your wish, if you take any two numbers as your wish like a, b, for sure there exists one Euclid representation. There exists one representation according to this Euclid division lemma. For every pair of integers, for sure one representation exists, and we discussed it in the previous class. Now based on that particular idea, we are going to solve these problems. And at the end of the previous class, I mentioned you different form of numbers. For suppose if you have a number n, there are many ways to observe this number. Okay, there are many ways to observe this number with respect to 2, with respect to 3, with respect to 4, with respect to 5. That in the sense, if you apply the statement of Euclid's division lemma for number n and for number 2, you will get one representation, and that is n is equals to 2q plus r, where that value of r is in between 0 and this divisor 2. For suppose if you apply Euclid's division lemma statement for n and 3, then the representation is n is equals to 3q plus r, where that value of r is in between 0 and 3. For suppose if you apply the statement of Euclid's division lemma for n comma, you may say some 100. Still there exists a representation according to the statement of Euclid's division lemma. N is equals to 100q plus r, where that r is in between 0 and 1. If you think there exist 100 possibilities for this r in this case. So all these are different representations of the number n with respect to 2, 300. How we generated these representations? Just by applying Euclid's division lemma statement for these two numbers, or these two numbers, or for these two numbers. See, n is a required positive integer, and according to the situation, we need to choose some other number. For these two numbers, we need to apply Euclid's division lemma statement. From there, we will get a representation. Using that representation, we are going to solve the problems, and we are going to show different properties of numbers. Okay, and since that statement is helpful to show many properties of numbers, we are calling that as Euclid's division lemma. As I said, lemma is a statement which helps to show many properties, which helps to prove many properties of numbers, right? And now have a look. I have few problems on the board. Every problem is very precious, and all these problems are from your textbook. Just look at the fifth problem first. Show that every positive even integer, show that every positive even integer is of the form 2k. This is the first problem, that too simple problem. So we need to show that every positive even integer is of the form 2k. First of all, you need to start your discussion with an even positive integer. Okay, so let n be the even positive integer. Let n be the even positive integer. Okay, I am starting my discussion with an even positive integer, and at the end I need to show that even positive integer is of the form 2k. Actually we know that, okay, every even number is clear surely a multiple of 2. The same thing is conveying here. See, we know it, but by Euclid's lemma we are going to prove it. Okay, let n be the even positive integer. Now we need to apply Euclid's lemma for this n along with some other number. So your skill is depending on choosing the other number. Okay, see, clearly one number is n and the other number according to the situation is 2. Okay, now we need to write like this. Okay, apply Euclid's division lemma. Okay, you write completely and I am using like EDL. Okay, apply Euclid's division lemma for n and 2. If you apply Euclid's division lemma for n and 2, or you may write according to Euclid's division lemma for n comma 2, like that. If you apply Euclid's division lemma for n and 2, then the representation is n is equals to 2q plus r for 0 less than or equals to r less than 2. Okay, right. For 0 less than or equals to r less than 2. So that in a sense what it means, the values of r in between 0 and 2 may be 0. So the possibilities are what? Then n is equals to 2 into q plus 0, or n is equals to 2 into q plus 1. Just have a look. These two are the only possibilities at that. And now n is an even positive integer. We know that since n is an even positive integer, for sure n is a multiple of 2. So our n for sure is of this format and it is not of this format. So finally we need to conclude that since n is an even positive integer, we need to consider this first representation and neglect the second representation. According to this, one thing is very clear, that n is equals to 2 into some q. 2 into q or 2 into k, no problem, it is 2 into something, right? So every positive integer, every positive even integer is of the form 2k. The question asks you to show it using Euclid's division lemma. Actually I not mentioned here, but in examination the question asks you to show every even positive integer is of the form 2k using Euclid's division lemma. Then your way of expression, your way of presentation should be like this. Let n be the even positive integer. You just apply Euclid's division lemma for n comma 2. Then n is equals to 2q plus r, and that r is in between 0 and 2. R value may be 0 or 1. So then these two representations are possible. Among these two representations, first representation is acceptable, whereas second one is not acceptable because n is even positive. So at the end, the discussion is clear. Have a look and then I will discuss sixth problem. Meanwhile, you just think about it. Yeah, sixth problem. Using Euclid's division lemma. So we need to use Euclid's division lemma to show any positive odd integer. Any positive odd integer is of the form 6q plus 1 or 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5 for any integer q. So initially we need to start our discussion with what? A positive odd integer. So since we are going to prove a property based on an odd positive integer, so at first you need to let n be the odd positive integer. Let n be the odd positive integer. So one thing is clear, we are going to prove the property based on this n. N is odd positive integer. Okay. Right? N is odd positive integer, and according to Euclid's division lemma we need to show So we need to apply Euclid's division lemma for this number n along with some other number. What is that some other number? Okay, your skill depends on choosing that other number. Actually, I said right. So here, since we are going to show these numbers are of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3, 6q plus 5. So my idea is applying Euclid's division lemma for n comma 6. Okay, apply. You just write full form Euclid's division lemma for the numbers n comma 6. If you apply Euclid's division lemma for n comma 6, what are the possible representations? So n is equals to 6q plus r for 0 less than or equals to r less than 6. Since 0 less than or equals to r less than 6, what it conveys? The possible values of r are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Totally 6 possibilities are there for n. So we need to list out all the 6 possibilities. Therefore, n is equals to, if you replace r with 0, n is equals to 6q. If you replace r with 1, n is equals to 6q plus 1. And if you replace r with 2, 6q plus 2. And then if you replace r with 3, 6q plus 3. Similarly, we will write that 6q plus 4 as well. 6q plus 5. Yeah, what is our n? Our n is an odd positive integer. So among all these 6 formats, we need to choose the forms where the form is representing an odd positive integer. If you look the first form, it is 6q. I have a chance to write it like 2 into something. Now look at the second form, 6q plus 1. So there is no possibility to pick 2 from this. Okay, so this is the required representation. Whereas 6q plus 2, here 2 is there, in 6q also 2 is there. So again we have a chance to write it like 2 into something. And 6q plus 3, no way to pick out 2 as a common number. So this is an odd number. 6q plus 4, we have a chance to common out 2 and there is no chance to common out 2 from the 6q plus 5. At the end, if you look, since these 3 numbers are even, because these 3 numbers are multiples of 2, they are even numbers, and the remaining 3 numbers, what are those? 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3, 6q plus 5 are odd numbers. Our intention is to show that odd number is of this format, then it is clear. So therefore, finally you need to write a statement. Because of the space I am not mentioning here, but you need to write in your notebook. Finally, hence, every positive odd integer is of the form 6q plus 1 or 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5. Like that we need to conclude. Once again, you just have a look. Let n be the odd positive integer. You just apply Euclid's division lemma for n and 6, and then this is the representation. There are different possibilities for r, and by replacing r with the possible 6 forms, these are the 6 representations. At the end, the problem is clear. Have a look. Once again, everybody just have a look. 7th problem, use Euclid's division lemma to show the square of any positive integer is of the form 3p or 3p plus 1. So first of all, let n be the positive integer as we mentioned in the previous problems. You just apply Euclid's division lemma for n comma 3. Why? Because here the question is suggesting, okay? Right, if you apply Euclid's division lemma for n comma 3, then the representations for n are 3q or 3q plus 1 or 3q plus 2. But our intention is based on the square of the positive integer, so you need to apply square for this n. Actually, for previous problems, that situation is not there, okay? So here you just square this n. So n square is square of this one or square of the second one or the square of the third one. You just apply square for these expressions, and you have it is as 9q square, and this is 9q square plus 6q plus 1. This is 9q square plus 12q plus 4. Clearly, this is 3 into something. And the second one, if you look, from the first 2 terms, there is a chance to pick out 3 and 1. So 3 into something plus 1. And at the end, you just rewrite this 4 as 3 plus 1, and from the remaining terms 3 is a common thing, so 3 into something plus 1. Finally, in all the three possibilities, if you observe, your answer, your final observation, your final value is of the format either 3 into something or 3 into something plus 1. There ends the proof, and at the end you just mention, hence the square of any positive integer is of the form 3p or 3p plus 1. That's it. Okay, have a look. So just have a look. Once again I explain for you. Use Euclid's division lemma to show the cube of any positive integer is of the form 9m, 9m plus 1, 9m plus 8. The first step is clear, whereas the second step is applying Euclid's division lemma for n comma 3. See, the question is suggesting to take 9 as the other number, but if you take the other number as 9, the problem is bit lengthy. So to avoid that, as a logical way, we need to choose 3 as the other number and apply Euclid's division lemma for n comma 3. Okay, then this is somewhat comfortable. So these are the three possibilities. In each possibility you just cube that m, and at the end the answers are 9m or 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8. Okay, just have a look.